In this video, we are going to talk about 10 most unusual vehicles you will not believe, so before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. It has happened to all of us from time to time. We're driving down the highway when something so unusual, so odd passes us by that we do a double take. What is that? Who made it? And sometimes even, why would you buy that? We're talking about vehicles like the unforgettable behemoth known as the Pontiac Aztek. Unless you needed to cart around a cello with you at all times, what was its purpose and why did anyone buy it? Some cars on this list will make you wonder what their creator was thinking, and some may appeal to your sense of fun. Sadly, not all of them are available to the general public, so if you fall in love with the Pea Car, you're out of luck. Here's a list of the 10 most unusual vehicles you will not believe. Let's start. Number 10. 1981 DeLorean DMC-12. Most just know it as the DeLorean, but the car made even more famous by the movie franchise Back to the Future is actually called the DeLorean DMC-12. Styled by renowned automotive designer Giorgetto Giugiaro, the stainless steel sports car still looks modern 40 years after its arrival. John DeLorean was a high-flying executive at General Motors, who left the company leaving a tell-all book in his wake. He promised the world a sports car like no other, and by 1981 he delivered the first models of the wedge-like DMC-12. About 9,000 DeLoreans were produced before legal and sales troubles led to the firm's demise in 1982. Getting the car up to the 88 miles per hour necessary for Doc Brown's flux capacitor to send Marty McFly on his time travels in Back to the Future was a 2.8-liter V6. Number 9. 1942 Loaf Electrique. Many believe that the future lies with electric vehicles, but alternatively fueled vehicles also dot our past. The Loaf Electrique, the electric egg, concept car was created by industrial designer Paul Arzens, and only one was made. Arzens, who designed railway locomotives and cars, built an electric vehicle partially because of a gasoline shortage during World War II. The three-wheeled vehicle has an electric motor and battery pack, with 63 miles to a battery charge and a top speed of 44 miles per hour. The body of the car was constructed of aluminum and plexiglass. With the motor and battery, the car weighed in at only 771 pounds. The unusual shape allowed for a 270-degree view of the outside. The car still exists today and can be seen at the Site de l'Automobile in Mulhouse, France. Number 8. Tesla Cybertruck. The Tesla Cybertruck has made our list of weirdest cars before, and I'll reiterate what was said then: people seem to either love or love to hate this vehicle. Tesla describes the Cybertruck as better utility than a truck with more performance than a sports car. Performance-wise, the vehicle will be fitted with 1, 2, or 3 electric motors providing a jump from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 2.9 seconds. The car may be one of the safest things on the road once it's available. Its exoskeleton will be made from ultra-hard 30x cold-rolled stainless steel structural skin, while the windows will be made of Tesla armor glass, an ultra-strong glass and polymer-layered composite that can absorb impact force. Number 7. Pope Mobile. Heads of state and other VIPs often travel in heavily modified and fortified vehicles. Some of the most recognizable of these are the Pope Mobiles, specially equipped cars that the Pope uses for public appearances. Each Pope Mobile features bulletproof glass, a handrail that allows the Pope to stand while the vehicle is moving, and steps for easier entry and exit. Many of the Pope Mobiles are modified Mercedes-Benz M-Class and G-Class SUVs, though Fisker announced in 2021 that it is going to develop a special version of the Fisker Ocean to be the newest vehicle for Pope Francis. The Fisker Ocean Pope Mobile will be the first all-electric, exhaust-free and emissions-free papal transport. A large, modern, all-glass cupola will offer accessibility and visibility for Pope Francis. Fisker co-founders Henrik Fisker and Dr. Geeta Gupta Fisker had a private audience with Pope Francis to present their designs, and the new Pope Mobile is expected to be delivered sometime in 2022. Number 6. Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile. Spotting the hot dog car on the road is sure to produce a lot of excitement, especially if you have anyone under the age of 12 in the car. The first Oscar Mayer Wienermobile was created in 1936 by Karl Mayer as an advertising ploy. There are now 6 Wienermobiles on the road at any given time, though Oscar Mayer pulled the fleet in 2020 due to the pandemic. Back on the road with pandemic guidelines, what would it be like to drive a 27-foot hot dog? Each Wienermobile begins life as an Isuzu NPR medium-duty commercial truck with a Chevrolet L96 6.0-liter V8 engine. Inside are 6 plush ketchup and mustard-colored seats. Sadly, it's not actually stocked with hot dogs, but you may be able to snag a plush wiener or a coveted wiener whistle. Best of all, anyone can request a visit from the Wienermobile at Oscar Mayer's website. Number 5. 1999 Fiat Multipla. Speaking of President Clinton, 1999 brought us his impeachment, the introduction of Napster, the Pontiac Aztek, and this. The Fiat Multipla, perhaps the only car in existence to rival the uninviting appearance of the Aztek. Never produced in the U.S., it features 2 rows of 3 seats, each in a boxy shape that offered plenty of cargo space. Sometimes described as a muffin top, the randomly placed headlights also give it a vaguely insect-like appearance. The overly large windows allow for a great view, so long as you're not too embarrassed to be spotted driving this car. It also offers 2 glove boxes in case you wanted to keep your stuff out of sight from the gargantuan windows. This version of the Multipla went out of production in 2003, which was likely unsurprising to many. Number 4. Lotus Evija. While the Lotus Evija may not strike everyone as weird, its James Bond styling and $2+ million price tag firmly place it in the category of unusual and out of reach for most. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the price tag doesn't include invisibility or rocket propulsion. Only 130 models of this all-electric car are being made as a tribute to its Lotus type number. Although it lacks James Bond's rocket, it does boast 2,000 horsepower and will go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. And, at just over 3,700 pounds, it is expected to be the lightest EV hypercar ever to enter production. Making a dramatic exit, the rear features 2 Venturi tunnels edged with red LED lights. If the exterior isn't striking enough, the interior features exposed carbon fiber, a honeycomb effect and a square steering wheel. Sadly, this beast won't be street legal in the U.S. Number 3. 1964 Austin Mini Moke. Somewhat evocative of a U.S. Army Jeep, the Austin Mini Moke was produced in 1964 for the British Army, which ultimately rejected it due to its low ground clearance. A front-wheel drive version was offered in England, Portugal, and Australia. While it appealed to some, the British Motor Corporation ceased production of this version after only 4 years. The Austin Mini Moke lacks doors and a hardtop, and it doesn't offer much else in the way of utility or fun. The light off-road vehicle was marketed for recreational and farm use, but, ultimately, only 10% of the 14,500 made were sold domestically. Later versions of the Moke with more comfortable seats and better ground clearance were much more popular. The Moke is now sold as an all-electric vehicle with a starting price of just under $21,000. Number 2. Pea Car. If this flamboyantly green car, commissioned by Birdseye, sellers of frozen vegetables, for a 2005 television commercial doesn't compel you to eat your veggies, nothing will. Sometimes called the Volkswagen Pea Car, it is actually a mishmash vehicle designed by a London-based company called Asylum. Built on the chassis of an off-road go-kart, the Pea Car features headlights from a VW Beetle and is fitted with a Honda engine, though the car lacks gears. It can reach a top speed of approximately 60 miles per hour and was built to purposefully fall apart during the commercial. If you're interested in giving peas a chance, the Pea Car is reportedly on display at the Unilever Ice Cream and Frozen Foods Company in Walton-on-Thames in England. Number 1. Chevrolet El Camino. The Chevy El Camino was a unique attempt at creating a combination coupe and pickup truck. Debuting in 1958, the El Camino didn't have the best start in terms of sales, even being nixed by the Chevy brand after just 2 years. However, in 1964 Chevy brought back the El Camino with the body style that it has been known for. Offered with a 300 horsepower V8, the 64 El Camino was a beast of American engineering. The combination coupe truck also featured a design that was more in line with the rest of the Chevrolet pickup cohort. While the El Camino was retired after the 1987 model year, it did inspire a few other vehicle designs. The most modern of these is the all-new 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz. However, there is a big difference between the two semi-pickup trucks is what they're combined with. The cabin of the Santa Cruz is much more SUV-like than the old El Camino. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.